Mitch, good. You're ready.
I'm always ready. That's what they say. I am always ready. Good to see you. Tuesday, 3rd to 2nd Tuesday. You'd think I'd know where it is. It's, I don't know, what is it? August 9th. 9 o'clock, my time. It is Q&A day. So this is the Mitch live stream. Don't have a fancy name for it yet, but this is me. I have checked, and the audio seems to be working. I do see the little meters going up and down, which I've had trouble the last couple of times getting that set up properly. I am always happy to be here. Rob is here. Let's see if I can get this thing to work right today. Rob's here. Hi, Rob! Welcome, sir. How you doing? I have to go back to Claudia. Claudia's here. Look at that. We are popping in right away. Claudia is da-da-da. Let's see. I got to do this. Wrong button again. I did that earlier, but we'll just do this. Claudia is one of the first people into the new Mitch Magic membership. I have two things, right? So I have the Mitch Magic membership, and then I have the Movers Mastermind. So I keep getting those two words kind of jumbled in my head. Now, the Mastermind is set up to be something where we get in and intensely dive into your business marketing, and typically using UpViral and tools, similar tools. We meet on Tuesdays and Fridays right now. That's the schedule, Tuesday afternoon, Friday afternoon. And we, as a group, primarily me answering questions, driving the whole thing, but we as a group help you grow your business. And that's what my goal is, to help you grow your business. Now, the Mitch Magic membership is related to these live streams. And Monday, the first Monday, I don't think I engaged my brain properly this morning. The first Tuesday of the month is a presentation. The second Tuesday is Q&A day. That's today. The third Tuesday is another presentation of some kind. And then the fourth Tuesday is the review show, which we did 2 weeks ago. Obviously, if you do your math, that works out. Claudia has moved over to YouTube. That's great. Either way, I can access you. Because I did actually see your name. And let me double check. I want to make sure that, yes, I am live. So you must have found me on my Facebook profile, which is why I saw your name when I looked at the live stream. Come on, Mitch, you're not on the right page. That page. There's the live stream and there's the comments. All right, so anyway. Inside the Mitch membership, the Mitch Magic membership, what I'm going to do when we get more members in the community is to make Tuesdays, so the second Tuesday, the Q&A Tuesday, and the fourth Tuesday, the review Tuesday. Man, that's starting to get confusing, isn't it? Those are going to be private. Those are going to be only for members. Now, I didn't intend to spend 6 hours talking about this, but if you are interested in signing up, you can go over to mitchmagic.com. Well, you go to mitchmagic.com if you would like. There is a link there to go sign up, but the full thankyouPageMagic.com/MitchMagic link is there on your screen. And that will give you some information because there's some additional bonuses that are going to happen besides those calls. So there's also recordings of all of the live streams. All of those are held in a Searchy hub. Inside of Searchy, you can search to find content. So if you had, for example, if I say the word brick, you can go in and search for that specific moment in this video, and it will pop up, and you will go, hey, that's freaking cool. So Searchy's a tool I really like. It has moved over to version 2, and they are improving it on a regular basis, but I'm not here to preach about that. I'm here to answer questions, but I also want, for those of you who are here and tuning in, thank you for being here. I have yesterday made an agreement with a gentleman by the name of Tim Berger. You may not know him, but he is an expert in selling through emails. He has made his career in selling through emails. So there's two phases of this. There is the lead generation phase, which is where my superpowers are. And then there is, okay, now that I have these leads, what do I do with them phase. So what has happened is that Tim and I agreed yesterday to launch a new training where we are going to bite my tongue. I bit my tongue. That hurts. We are going to do a 3-day training, an intensive training that is going to show you why you should be using something like UpViral, give you an UpViral campaign contest, and then on the third day, so that's days 1 and 2, the third day, Tim is going to say, okay, now you got all those leads. What are we going to do with them? And here's how to monetize your list, which is what everybody wants, right? Got to be able to monetize the list. Otherwise, it's not doing you any good. I am often putting up this number, right? Why should you be doing emails? And I put this number up, and it's $1 per lead per month. That's what the marketing industry says your email list is worth, or should be worth, at a minimum. I know people that are getting $3, $4, $5, $6 per lead per month in their business. So you don't have to have a major, huge list if you can properly monetize your list. So why not work with me to get your leads and Tim to get you sales from your list? And we're going to be offering that in 2 weeks. That is going to be 2 weeks from today. As a matter of fact, it will be the hour after this show. So there will be this show, and then we will start the class. That's going to happen in 2 weeks. I don't even have a link yet because we just agreed to do it yesterday. But we are going to be doing that, and you are going to want to be involved. I can guarantee it. It's the two pieces of the pie that we all need as entrepreneurs and small business people. So that's what's going on in my world. There's a whole bunch of other stuff going on. I've told you about the Mitch Magic Hub, the hat, as my daughter and I are calling it, the Magic Hat. That will be, I keep saying it's going to be this week. Last week I said it was going to be available. It's not because, well, we've had some setbacks. And that's okay, right? Life does that for you. But today is Q&A day, so if you have any questions, make sure that you pop those questions in. It's driving me crazy that there is a spider web right above my webcam. So, anyway. Sid's Claudia is in, and I'm pointing at this like you can see what I'm pointing at. I'm pointing at Claudia's name. Claudia had sent me a question a couple of days ago. And since she is the first, if in the Mitch Magic membership, which again is, if you're interested in learning more about that, you can go to this URL. You can use that QR code to get there. So here it is. It's happened again. And I'm going to suspect that this person is, I gotta close that. Oh, that was, all right. So there's a comment. Oh, it's from Stephen Hogland. Hi, Stephen. Stephen says, howdy. So there's Stephen's comment. Hi, Stephen. Rob has a question, but we're not going to get to that yet because Rob is not in the membership. We're going to go to Claudia's question first. And Claudia's question... Claudia's question is kind of complicated. We could take the whole hour and talk about Claudia's question. But, Rob, I will hold on to that question. We will get to it later. What is the best way to use a one-click to get someone in a viral campaign? I'll give you the simple answer. Just use it. All right, so let's dive into Claudia's question before I ramble on too much longer. Now, there are multiple phases of Claudia's question, and I'm going to just drag it over here onto my main screen so that I can read it more like I'm talking to humans as opposed to looking way back over there. So, Claudia, thank you for your question. Claudia is helping women suffering from menopausal issues. People around a little bit younger than me. And we got another question. Look at that. We got questions coming in. That's great. So Claudia's got some questions wrapped around. She's like, she knows UpViral. I know she knows UpViral. She's been in the co-pilot shows when I was doing the UpViral co-pilot shows. And so she is just like wrangling to try to figure out what to do. And many of you who've been with me before are going to say, you know that I'm going to say, well, it depends, right? So where do you start? Now, she has started her question by saying, I have a current Facebook group with 425 people on my list. I cannot read. 425 people in her Facebook group, 50 plus on her email list. My goal is to grow my list first by getting Facebook members over onto my list and then using the power of UpViral to send new referrals. She's got it, right? She understands what my processes are. I considered doing a sweepstake, doing one-to-one goal nutrition for a course valued at $297. But what is keeping me from doing that are those sweepstake regulations. Now, I did not ask her this before, and I probably should have, but I'm not sure I understand what that sweepstake regulations question is. So, Claudia, if you could give me more on that. The idea of running a sweepstakes, giving away a course is a great idea. Now, if Tim and I were ready, I would have done that. But we decided yesterday that we are going to just try to get people in it the traditional way. And he's going to promote it to his list. He's already got some buyers in there. So the next time we offer this class, which should be theoretically October, we're going to build a contest around it and try to get that whole thing worked out. But we just decided to freaking do it. So instead of doing the customized goal and nutrition advice, let's see, the legal stuff you have to upload regarding sweepstakes versus different laws in the United States, which I don't know. All right. I know this is being recorded and I don't want to get myself in trouble, but often there isn't anybody that's just going to track you down and hunt you down if you do something slightly inappropriate in a small campaign. Now, I'm not saying do illegal stuff. I'm not saying that. But the struggle that almost all of us have is the laws are different everywhere. How do I deal with those laws? The best answer that I have for that is to be truthful and honest with your people. Don't try to deceive them. Don't try to do any tricks. Don't try to get them to buy something first, because that's the big no-no, especially in the United States. Don't do a raffle where somebody has to buy a ticket to get involved. Just don't do it. There are plenty of people who are doing it, and I can give you fairly large company names that are doing it, but I would advise you not to do it. The U.S. laws primarily are aimed at, hey, if you want to enter the sweepstakes, there has to be a free way of getting an entry to the contest. Simple. Opt in, they got a chance to win the prize. Can they do more things to get more chances? And could some of those be to buy something from your store? I believe, yes, you can. So I'm going to pop this up for a second here. Claudia has, I got to get to the right place. Too many places. Please remember the value, what value is safe for price to win without taxes issues for the winner. Now, that question is an interesting question. In the United States, and probably everywhere on the planet, if you win a prize, you are responsible for the taxes on that prize. If you win something, you are responsible for paying taxes on it. Most people don't think about paying taxes on something they win. They figure it's just a free thing. If it were a large thing, like some of these big lotteries and stuff, the government definitely coming after their money. In the United States, what the limitation is, Claudia, and this is maybe what you're thinking about because I've talked about it before. In the United States, if you are going to run a contest with a prize that is $500, for example, the contest owner is not required to file any tax claims. If the prize is over $600, then if it's me running the campaign, am required to send in a 1099 saying that Betty Lou won this prize and it's more than $600, so she needs to declare this on her taxes. That doesn't mean that suddenly she's required to pay taxes. She was always required to pay taxes. You are supposed to report any prize that you win to the United States government if you're in the United States resident, the winner. The only requirement, the $600 requirement, is if the prize is over $600, then the contest company, whoever is running the campaign, has to report that to the government that Betty Lou was a winner and her prize was more than $600. So I suggest often that you keep the prize underneath that. It's not hard to file a 1099. It's just one more thing you got to remember to do. And frankly, many prizes aren't that expensive. People don't care whether it's $100 or $125, whatever the value is. Typically, it's okay. So, if that's the legal stuff, then don't worry about it. Keep your prize under $600. But you always send out a letter to the winners. This is something that most of the tools do not talk about. And my brain is currently struggling with what they call it. Sometimes nouns and my brain don't go together very well. Anyway, you got to send a letter, an email is fine, to the winners, and they have to acknowledge they're willing to be the prize winner. They are willing to pay taxes and report it to the government. We're not in charge of making them do that, but they have to say that they are willing to do that. We ask them whether or not they're willing to submit a photo or a video of them accepting the prize so that we can use that in our promotion, but that's not required. I still haven't come up with the word. It'll hit me someday soon. But I require them to acknowledge those things so that I'm covering my fanny when a winner gets a prize. It's not terms and conditions. I can't come up with it. Okay, so does that clear up the legal side of it? So if you want to give away your $297 course to one winner, sure. You want to give away a $1,000 course to your winner? Sure. But you do then have to pay, if the winner is in the United States, and this is the only country I'm aware of the laws, then you are required to file a 1099 saying Betty Lou won this prize and the value was this. I have an e-filing system that costs me $3 to file that. It's just painful to have to remember to do it. You have to get their tax ID number and all that other junk. So I still don't remember what that word is. Anyway, so could you do a contest? Absolutely. You could do a contest to win a customized goal and nutrition advice session valued at $297. Absolutely. Could you do the fill your event? The next thing she said in her question was, maybe I'll pick up UpViral's template, fill your event, and do a webinar next week. Absolutely, you can do that. You can do both, right? In her question, she also said, by the way, I have 2 weeks and then I'm going to go on a vacation or holiday. And so I was kind of wanting to do something quickly. So, yes. The real answer, Claudia, is we don't know. The only way to really find out what the best thing is, should I run a contest, should I do a webinar event, all these things, is we got to just do it. We got to do multiple of it, right? So I'm gonna address this because it just came in the comments. If I could get over to the right place. See, this is what happens when you cover up some windows. And let me see. I think that's Stephen. Training and consulting gifts seem fuzzy. Under-declaring discourages sharing, and over-declaring equals tax consequences. Yep. There you go. Now, let me go back and say this. There is no governmental agency in the United States that I'm aware of that is tracking down people. The IRS would be probably in charge. But there is nobody tracking down your contest to say, oh, did he file the proper tax forms at the end of the year? They got bigger fish to fry. There is so much going on in the United States right now in terms of legal stuff and all that other stuff. They got bigger fish to fry than coming after you about whether you filed the right forms. That does not mean you should not be an honest and forward-thinking entrepreneur and do what is right. Of course you should. Okay, I'll leave it there. So, Claudia, especially if you're in a hurry, quote unquote, to get something done, great, go do it. Just pick something and go. Now, she did send me some additional information. I changed my mind. I don't think an event will be very appealing, so I'm doing a sweepstake program valued at $497. That is normally $997, and she's running a holiday special. So guess what, Stephen? There's a way of potentially getting around an offer for $1,000. Just say it's on sale. And you're going to have one prize winner, right? That's a great way to do it. Now, she also, overnight, and what I'm trying to do is to copy. Sometimes my computer skills, you think I know what I'm doing. It's Messenger. Facebook Messenger is a pain in the batuckus. And I want to do is copy a link out of Messenger without just clicking it. And the right click doesn't seem to be working. It's just painful. Facebook Messenger. So what she did overnight was she created an UpViral campaign, and we're going to quickly look at it. Okay? Okay. See if I got this set up right. Calling, I can't even read. Calling all menopausal women who want to lose weight and feel great. That's me. Raising my hand. I want to lose weight and feel great. Win a brand new 30-day weight loss breakthrough experience. Just fill in your info to enter for free. Make sure that everything's going out. Why is there something in the background? Anyway, you guys don't care. Something's just not showing up right. What if I do this? Yeah, there it goes. It moves over. All right. So this is a great start, Claudia. You are identifying right up front not only who your target audience is, but what their pain point is, right? You're not saying, oh my gosh, hey, I know you want to lose weight and I know you don't feeling great, and you're not using a whole lot of words like I typically might do. You've got a clear, concise pain point, and you got a clear and concise target audience. I know that this is not for me, because I'm a man, but I do want to lose weight and feel great. But anyway, so what the thing is missing here, in my opinion, is what are the results? You kind of hint at it up here, lose weight and feel great. But what's the value of this? What's the target weight loss? What would you normally charge for this? 30-day weight loss breakthrough experience valued at $497 with a goal to lose 10 pounds in 30 days. Now I'm more interested because I know what the value of it is, what it costs. And if I win it, then I'm saving that much money. Plus, I have a goal. Now, just between you and me, I struggle with those kinds of statements because, I mean, when I run something for my own business, I don't say gain 1,000 leads in a month because I don't know what the target person's market currently is. How exposed are they? Could they easily get 1,000, or could they just be as excited about 100? So sometimes those numbers can be a struggle. So Claudia says, thank you. I will promote a customized goal setting and nutrition plan session, which is below $497. $497 is a good price. Now it's done this thing again to me where I see your comment in one spot, but I don't see it. Oh, there it is. It popped in just now. Release up to 13 pounds. I like the up to, right? So you're not saying it's going to be a guaranteed 13 pounds. I like that. That's a good idea. You just taught me something. See, I can learn too. I like that. The release up to 13 pounds in 30 days. Clever. I like that. All right. So, great idea. I think you're on the right path here, especially when you say you're going to go on a holiday, right? Get it out there. This isn't, I don't know, if this is a one-on-one thing like you were talking about before, then, excuse me, you could potentially have some effort involved. But if this is already a pre-recorded thing, then it costs you virtually nothing to test this, right? Maybe you want to run some Facebook ads, but if your goal is to get those people in your Facebook group over to your email, this is a great way to do that. This is one of the struggles that I have with a lot of people, is that they do their Facebook group and they don't collect email addresses. So then you have all those people and you don't have the ability to get them in your list without some mechanism, right? And this is a great mechanism to go, well, all right, I know you're over here. I want to grow my list. I want you people to come over and be on my list so I can talk to you on a regular basis. And then off you go. They can also secure the price now and fulfill after the holidays. So let it run while I'm on vacation. There are no requirements that I'm aware of. There's my caveat that I'm aware of that require you to give away a prize instantly. So if you want to say, hey, delivery, put it in your terms and conditions, delivery of the prize will be September 15th. The other thing, by the way, going back to the campaign page, I didn't really mean to be this some sort of a plug. Let me go back to here. Let me make that comment go away. I'm going to scroll down, which I didn't do before. I like your thing over here. We've talked about that before. Stay in the loop by signing up for our newsletter. That's good. Most people, theoretically, are not going to scroll down this far. There's the value down there, $4.97. Can we start in September? Yeah, sure. So one of the things that's not up here at the top is a countdown timer or a date, because I don't know when you're going to draw the winner. People who enter contests always like to know what the winning date is. When are they going to be getting a prize? Or when is the draw? When are they going to find out who won? Should always put a date in there. Now, I know UpViral has a countdown timer, but that's only for the business plan and above. I have a free countdown timer that you can put on your page, and I should have a link. I don't have a slide for it, which always frustrates me. Let's see. I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a second. I also cannot type and talk at the same time. Countdown timer. Let's see if that actually works. All right, so it does work if I would be prepared. So if you don't have it already, there's this countdown timer, and guess what? This is an UpViral campaign. This is a lead magnet. If you go to countdown.thankyoupagemagic.com, which I will put the link in the chat, and that's actually a referral link, I think. But you can grab this countdown timer. It is not the fanciest, most prettiest, most customizable countdown timer, but you can use this, and it's on my server, so I am serving this out to people. And you can actually put it in your emails if you want to send it out as something, as a countdown timer in your emails. The UpViral countdown timer won't do that. Now, the UpViral countdown timer has more customization to it, etc. But if you go to this link, you can grab this. And of course, like I said, this is a lead magnet that I have implemented inside of an UpViral campaign. So if you put your name and your email in there, you get on my email list, which you should be on in the first place. You get notified of all the stuff that I'm doing. But you also get to the share page, the thank you page, where the magic happens. And I'm going to dazzle you with sharing this campaign and getting some other bonus. This is what you should always be doing in your campaigns, is to share, to implement with thank you page magic foundational strategies. How's that for a phrase? Instead of just throwing up a lead magnet and giving them the bonus or whatever. Now, I've also just noticed something, by the way. Let me move this down. Claudia, do you see over here where it says London? So you've used an UpViral template, and they put the title of the template for the lead page inside of UpViral, and you didn't go in and change it. And I know you're just starting getting this built, so most people don't always look at that, but that's what this tab name up here says. Now, is it important to go in and change that? Well, I think it is, because look at mine. Mine says, grab your free countdown timer, and it has my little new magic hat guy as the icon, the favicon, or the fave icon, as opposed to UpViral's logo. But we'll show you how to get that fixed. Okay, so don't forget that in your campaign to change that tab. Because people may leave your tab and come back later and go, well, what the heck is London? Right? Critical piece of information. All right, so we're just going to force ourselves down this path. And that's okay. That's the joy of doing a Q&A live, because Claudia says, while working on my campaign today, because she just built it, I don't know where to edit that name. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into UpViral, and I'm going to log in really fast. And I'm going to switch to a different view. So here's an UpViral campaign. And by the way, hi to all the people that popped in. I see quite a few people are here today. We are doing Q&As on UpVirals and thank you page magic strategies. If you go to Setup, Claudia, and you go to Step 5, the design pages, and you ignore our friend Dave. Anyway, so these names right here, if you go do a split test. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select Madrid as a split test. And I'm going to exit the editor. And you will now see that name, Madrid, is right here. So you can click on the pencil and you can change that to whatever you want. You can also, while you're editing the template, as a side note, if you're in here, if you go to template settings, you can see that landing page title right over here in the upper right corner. Now, I do, as a plug, by the way, I have a course called Secrets to the UpViral Editor, which goes through this and a million other different tips that nobody knows. I don't have a screen for that yet. I don't have a URL for that yet. That'll be available next week. But that's where the two places where you can edit that. Claudia's other question: where to change the names, what size to pick for the sharing image, and add extra prizes in the sweepstakes. All right, so I got to go back. Let me just go back here to this and come back over here to eCam. I don't want to miss Steven's question or comment. Just be aware, USA state tax boards can be more predatory, i.e. follow up on the peanut amounts owed. Where does tax disclosure go in our contest funnel? So thank you for that. I do not pay attention to USA state tax boards. That is usually like the Department of Revenue. In most people, the place you go to get your driver's license plates and all that kind of stuff. That's the Department of Revenue, which probably has the tax boards because, hey, that's income, right? For all the states. That's where they make their money. And that's a very good point, Stephen. Where does the tax disclosure go in our contest funnel? Well, that's a great question, too. It depends on how you do it. But let me switch back over to here inside of UpViral. And I'm going to get rid of their little lame thing. If you are editing the opt-in page, and on the right-hand side, I'm in template settings. If I go to property options, and you might think it was under template settings, but it's not. But if you go under property options, and you select the button where the user possibly is going to enter their name and email, on the right-hand side under property options, if you scroll all the way down, it's not there. So what I'm going to do is notice the button action says to open the pop-up. This button will open the pop-up. And so if I click edit the button, edit the pop-up. When I'm going to click inside the form on the pop-up. So whether it's on the page itself or in the pop-up, you have to click on the form and you scroll down. And then there's the terms and conditions all the way at the bottom. If you turn this on, and I do highly advise that everybody turn that on in your campaign because you want people to agree to your terms and conditions. Then I'm going to move my face out of the way. You see it appeared right here at the bottom. So I'm going to go back in there, and I'm going to move my face out of the way again so I can see. Go back to this terms and conditions. Notice that even just turning it on did not require it. So if I do require, now they have to accept it, and it moves up to the top. I accept the terms and conditions. But the terms and conditions still aren't there, right? You have to actually go edit the text of the terms and conditions and put all the terms and conditions on the page. Whew. And no, UpViral does not give you a template for that. So you have to go either hire a lawyer, which is expensive, or you build one based on what everybody else has done on the planet. Okay, so that answers Steven's question, I think. Somebody asked that question. Oh, Steven. All right. Oh, look at that. You guys can see this, can't you? I'll be darned. You can see this little box over here? Well, this is where I have the questions coming. At least I think you can see it. Can you guys see that? I'll move that out of the way. I apologize, because I thought that was one of those windows that only I could see. See? You learn. As you do live streams, you learn stuff. Now, Claudia still had 3 questions. What size to pick for the sharing image? Well, we're going to just dive into this because this is what we're doing, right? This is how we do it. I'm going to exit the editor, and I don't care about my changes. In fact, I'm going to delete that because I don't want it hanging around in this template. Sometimes I leave things dangling around and I forget what they were for. Now, they have changed the sharing section, step 3. the sharing image is now here underneath this points for sharing. The shared message is here. And what they did was they took away the recommendation on the size of the sharing image itself, which surprises me because it used to say right underneath here what the size was supposed to be, and I always told people that it was wrong. You should double it. If you're not using Canva, you should. If you do design on Canva, and I'm not currently logged in, let's see if, I'm not in the right, I'm not going to try to log in, but Canva opt-in, the Canvas, what it does is it brings up an image that is 1200 by 628. This is pre-programmed to build the right size for this social sharing image. That's why I always recommend you do that. Now, again, as a side plug, I have some free templates that you can go grab for that. See if I can get the right URL in there. I'm going to pop out of this. Canva. That's the link. If you go to thankyouPageMagic.com/getCanva5free, then you can do an UpViral campaign to get those free templates. What? Mitch is actually doing what he preaches. Isn't that cosmic? And Claudia says, yes, you really need a link tree. And I told you last week, Claudia, that I'm working on that. That's the thing that I keep saying. It was going to be ready this week, and it's not. Because I have a lot of free things. And I know Linktree is simple and easy, but that's not the way I roll. All right. So the third question Claudia had was, where do I add extra prizes in a sweepstake? I'm going to flip back over here. This is one of the most confusing things that I have suggested to my good friends over at UpViral. Danny, I finally remember Danny's name. I thought I almost had that name of that other thing. UpViral really, in my opinion, needs to change this because they have in this rewards section, button number 2 up here, they have a grand prize. I never use this. This is a relic from 2 years ago that they were going to try to do something and they never really implemented it. And you all know I told you not to pick winners automatically, so you would never do this automatic. But inside of here is the only place that you can set, if I turn this on, a close date. Now, it's never obvious that that's where the close date is. It's buried inside this lame grand prize thing. The implication to me of a single place to put a grand prize is that there's only one prize. Hello, UpViral. You're blowing it here. I've told them this face-to-face in calls multiple times, so I'm not telling you any secret that I haven't said to them directly. This grand prize thing is, I hate this word, but it's stupid because nobody understands it. And this question that Claudia just asked always comes up because they don't know where to put in second, third, fourth prizes. Because this only has one option, a grand prize. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Danny. I'm sorry, Mark. I've told you this before, face-to-face on Zoom calls. I don't care for this. It confuses people. The answer to Claudia's question, where do you add extra prizes, is you go to the design page and you go to your opt-in page, and as you're talking about the prizes, you come in here and you say, there are 3 more prizes, and you list them, and you do whatever you need to do on the pages to put them in. Your campaign is based on telling them on the landing page and on the sharing page what prizes there are, what they're going after. You can put, there are 10 prizes, there's 100 prizes, there's 3 levels of prizes. All of that stuff has to be communicated. And Stephen, where's the second place that gets communicated? Trick question. Stephen, see if you answer right away. Where do you put those other prizes? All right, I'm going to exit this. I'm going to cancel it. So there is no formal place, Claudia, to put the prizes. You just put them in the text of your campaign. You put them in the emails that you send out and say, hey, we got other prizes. We got this and this and this. By the way, if you share, you get more chances to win those prizes. Remember, those prizes are this and this and this. On day 3, you go, hey, did I tell you about the 3rd prize? Well, this is what the 3rd prize is, and this is why you should earn it. Stephen didn't answer. All right. The second place that you put that stuff is in the terms and conditions. Claudia, bless you. I'm going to go back here. Because Claudia says, just start imperfectly like me. Yes, absolutely. Got to get a drink of water. Sorry. Steven says, follow-up email / text SMS. Yes, Stephen, we're talking about SMS. Is good for deals and consolation prizes. And absolutely, because you want them to get used to reading your emails. Right? Stephen also said earlier, most people surf on their phone. Is it best practice to keep the opt-in page to 2 screens with large text? I have never tried to keep it short because I believe people can scroll. The key to any campaign, like in Claudia's case, is to take that whatever you can above the form, which they used to say above the fold, right, on newspapers and online. You hope to get that in the first page, but you never know what the size of the resolution on the screen is. So the most concise you can possibly do it. I don't know that you need large text. You need it to be readable text. But don't forget that UpViral now has separate landing page customization for your opt-in page on mobile and in widget form. All 3 of those things, desktop, mobile, and widget, are all there in the new editor. All right, I don't want to forget the earlier questions. So Claudia, let me know if you have anything that I haven't addressed yet. But I don't want to forget Rob's question. I know Rob asked a question earlier. What's the best way to use one-click to get someone in an UpViral campaign? I've done entire shows on the one-click. If you go back into the UpViral Copilot shows, I believe there's an entire show about the one-click. It is one of the most flexible things that you can use to get people in a campaign. They designed it to be something that goes in an email. It's designed to be something that goes out in an email. The one-click also has the ability, by the way, to share on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, LinkedIn, all those things, so that in your email, you can say to people, click this link to share directly on Facebook. So you don't have to take them to the share page and describe that they need to click on a Facebook link. I will put this down as a show topic for the future because I know people don't understand it. It's one of the best features of UpViral. I use it to get people back to the share page. Thank you page. Again, share page is UpViral's word. Most entrepreneurs know what a thank you page is. They don't know what a share page is. So that's why I called my business Thank You Page Magic, because it's the second page of the funnel. Now, Rob also said, when you get to my question, I guess it's more about how to use it and create it. So, the traditional thinking in UpViral's case was to give you a way to send to your email list, your current people, a link that they can skip the opt-in page. So your email would say, hey, I'm running a contest and I'm doing this menopause thing and it's worth $4.97 and all the kind of stuff that you would say on an opt-in page, probably. And you say, well, to get directly opted in to be a winner, you gotta click a link. Just being on my email list is not good enough. We're gonna select from people who want to win, and when they click on it, it goes straight to the thank you page where you ask them to share more stuff. But as I just said, the one-click sign up also has the ability to send them directly to the Facebook share or the Twitter share. It's a really amazing little tool. Now, what I have also done to extend that is to use it as part of a different opt-in, and some people have heard about me doing this, but let's suppose you do a survey and you use a tool like Typeform. Typeform has the ability to actually craft the one-click sign-up link, so at the end of a survey, you can send people straight over to the thank you page and say, hey, thanks for registering, or thanks for filling out the survey, or whatever the topic of your thing is. By the way, if you share this with other people, you're now registered to win a new car. Obviously not a new car, but you know what I mean. $50 Amazon gift card. Send this out because, and I would say sometimes that $50 gift card might be okay as the offer, because what you're really sending people to is to fill out the survey, right? I don't mean to go down a rabbit hole there, but there are ways that you can use the one-click sign-up that are just more than getting people that are already on your list to do an opt-in. Okay, how do you create it? It's right there on the Promote tab. You just go into the Promote. Is it Promote or Promote? Ted Lasso. There's a Ted Lasso reference in there. You just go over to the Promote tab. The one-click sign-up is in the upper right corner of the Promote tab. Put in your autoresponder, drop that down, do the join link, pop that over into your email autoresponder. And what's the next thing you do? Somebody use a 4-letter word, starts with the letter T, that I'm always talking about doing. What's the one thing that I'm trying to tell you to always do? Somebody in the UpViral group didn't do it the other day and they had problems. If you saw their campaign comments. Oh, bless you so much. Claudia got it. You test it. So many people will try to do the one-click sign-up thing and not test that it works. Why would you not test that when you put it in your emails that it works properly? It just slays me. You always, always, always test. Somebody in the UpViral group says, well, the people weren't getting points for this and that. I'm like, did you test it? No. And test it. Why should I test it? It just works, right? No. No. It's the biggest failure for most people. So, question from, let's see. I don't know who that's from. Is that from my Facebook feed? Why do I not know this person? Oh, there it is. It's from Amir. Are there any other contest platforms that you would recommend besides UpViral? Surely UpViral cannot be the only one. Great question. My short answer is yes, there's a whole bunch of others. No, most of them aren't better than UpViral. I have problems with UpViral, and they hear it from me. Things that I wish were different and better or work differently, like I just talked about with the grand prize thing. I still haven't come up with that word of the term, not the terms and conditions. The thing gonna drive me crazy. So, Amir, what I did earlier, and it's on my list of things that I really wanted to do this year, and I just have not made time to do it. I started testing the top platforms. So the other tools are, number one in the market is a tool called Gleam. That's over at gleam.io. They're crushing UpViral in terms of number of people using the tool. The struggles I have with it are it's more expensive. You have to pay extra to be able to run a contest and a referral program at the same time. So anyway, what I started to say was earlier this year, I was testing 5 tools simultaneously running campaigns in each one of the tools to see which one was better. And I got to the point where I didn't have an answer. But I tested Gleam, I tested Viper, I tested Viral Loops, tested UpViral, of course, tested Perkzilla. I started to test King Sumo, but I didn't go there, didn't finish that. It seems like there was one other that I was going to test. None of them, at least in my opinion, have more features. They have them spread out. They have some good things and they have some bad things. I can guarantee you that UpViral's reporting feature, even though I have tons of problems with the reporting feature, is so much better than any of the others. Gleam is the only one that comes close. Viper has a reporting page that says, here are how many people visited, here's how many people opted in, here's how many people were referred. That's it. Oh, there's a conversion rate. And that's it. I mean, there's virtually no other data, which drives me bonkers, because you guys know I'm a data guy. Maybe that would be a good idea to talk about different tools at some point. I'm going to write that down, because I get that question a lot. And what I was intending to do was to do a detailed analysis of each tool. Talk about its pluses and minuses, costs, etc., etc. But I got distracted and I didn't finish it. So, any other questions? I want to make sure, let's see. Claudia said, thank you for all the feedback. Glad to be a member. Thank you for the plug. And get all my questions answered. So again, eventually, I don't know exactly when, possibly at the end of September, might be end of August, the Q&A and the campaign review shows that I do on the second and fourth Friday and fourth Tuesday are going to be members only. Because they're very valuable. Very valuable. So, anyway, you're welcome, Claudia, and I appreciate you being a member. Again, if you want to sign up, you could go to thankyouPageMagic.com/MitchMagic and join me. Join us. I'm scrolling back through the comments to make sure I didn't miss anything. I answered that question. Anybody have any questions before we go? It is 5 minutes after the hour. Do not forget that next 2 weeks from today will be a new class. The class is, I don't even have a name for it yet. It's going to be the basics of why you want to run a Thank You Page Magic campaign, how to do it in UpViral. Going to hand you a contest campaign template that has so much more features than the UpViral templates have in them. Emails to go with the contests, by the way. Day 3 will be my good friend Tim teaching about how to monetize your list after you have it. So we're building this 3-day event, and there will be a VIP. The VIPs will get 2 weeks of bonus Facebook group-ish kind of questions and answers, reviews. If you have a question and I need to review one of your campaigns based on the template that we do, I will be doing looms and stuff like that. So we're going to do lots and lots with the VIPs. That's going to be coming in 2 weeks. So mark the spot of the 23rd is the first day for that. There will be recordings. Of course, they will be in Searchy for you to be able to search through and watch again. All that's coming up soon. Details, I will have details for you next Tuesday. Next Tuesday will be another show just like this, but better. I'm glancing over here to see. I have not decided what next week's show is. So put in the comments what you think next week's show should be about. I do appreciate you being here. Let me know if you have any quick questions before we go. Type in the letter Q and hit return in your comment tool so that I know you're typing. No questions? Really? Are people typing furiously? Or are you just done with me for the week? Crickets. Wow, crickets. There you go. Thank you. Claudia's question. Using UTM and analyzing stats. Always a great topic. I can tell you a stats inside of UpViral. I am not a Google Analytics expert. Don't even touch it. UTM generally is associated with Google Analytics. Actually, very interesting, Claudia, and thanks for the plug. Bradley and I recently did a podcast on analyzing data. It does not go into huge amounts of detail, as I recall, about, well, look at this UTM code or use this specific tracking thing. But it was a very good conversation. And if you go to heremitch.com, actually, let me just go to heremitch.com, and I will show you this. If I get rid of that podcast thing, and if I get rid of the comment thing. So if you go to heremitch.com, these are the podcasts that Bradley and I have done recently. And you can see up here at the top is the latest episode. Although that's not the latest episode, is it? What it starts out as the latest episode. If you start watching one, then you will see other stuff. Great. So let's see. Here's episode 16, the importance of reviewing data in your campaigns. So for example, I talked about being able to search. Notice there's a search bar up here at the top. I'm going to try. I have not tried this in advance, so who knows, but I'm going to type in UTM. And I'm going to hit go. And notice that we did talk about the UTM in that episode. Episode 16, the importance of reviewing data. Notice that at this time, 9:37, Bradley and I talked about that. It doesn't identify who the person is talking, but I bet it's Bradley. No, that question was me, I remember. But if you click this, it will jump right to that spot. See? Right there. Well, it was Bradley asking me. So it's a great resource to be able to go back, go backwards. I'm going to go backwards and do a search. If you have specific things that you have listened to or want to know whether we answered, you can see that we're on episode 17. Bradley and I record on Wednesdays at the same time that we started today. So tomorrow there will be a show, I think. I'm laughing because I've forgotten. I have not looked at. I have to go to physical therapy on Wednesday, and I don't remember whether we're going to have a show tomorrow because of physical therapy. Let me just quickly look at that and come back here so you guys don't see what my calendar looks like. Get rid of that comment. My physical therapy tomorrow is at 7 a.m. So, yes, there will be a live broadcast tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. What is the link for your podcast, Rob asks. It is hearmitch.com. That's where all the recordings are. If you want to watch live and ask questions and talk to us, you do the same thing you did today, because I'm broadcasting on my Facebook feed, in my Facebook group, in Bradley's group, YouTube, all those places we're broadcasting live. And technically, watch this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to come back over here to this thing. And if we go to cmitch.com, look at that. You can always go to cmitch.com. If I am live, you will see the live stream right here. If you want to see the calendar, you can click on this and the calendar will pop up showing you when we're doing live streams and stuff. So Hear Mitch is the recordings, See Mitch is Watch Me Live. But typically what I tell people to do is to just come back to where you are watching me right now, and you will see me right here. Now the struggle with cmitch.com is I still haven't figured out how to get the comments to work yet. That's the struggle. So you can't comment. Send you somewhere else to do the comments. Steven said one-off versus serial campaign strategies. That's a very interesting topic, and I will take that one and I will put it in my list. And if you were asking about that right now, I don't want to. I think that is better answered in an entire. That's a long conversation. The short answer. My short answer to that is never do just a one-off. That's my short piece of advice. Do the same campaign multiple times, but change things, tweak things, find out what works, what doesn't work. If you have that opportunity. But there's a lot of stuff we could talk about there. Let's see. Anybody else have anything you want to ask? Because I do want to keep this short. We're at 15 minutes after the hour. Unless you type in the queue really fast, we're going to wrap this up. So again, yes, I think you're right, Claudia. That was for next time. I thought that anyway. Thanks for tuning in. Next week there will be a show here on Tuesday. Tomorrow there's a show with Bradley and I. Next week there won't be. There won't be a Bradley and Mitch show next week. I'm laughing because next Wednesday is a colonoscopy for Mitch. Yay! I get to have a colonoscopy. I can't wait. Yay! Stephen, thank you for your kind words. Stephen says, thanks, Mitch, and everyone. Have a good day. Lots of stuff coming up. The training coming up in 2 weeks is going to blow your socks off. And I'm going to highly push that because I want you in it. Gonna get it done. Claudia will be on vacation, I'm sure. All right. Thanks for tuning in. If you have the chance, please recommend this show to a friend or a business compatriot. Get them to sign up for the newsletter because you can get referral bonuses in the newsletter. I showed you links to the free timer and the Canva 5 free, and there's lots of stuff. I got lots of stuff. Thanks for tuning in. We will see you next Tuesday or tomorrow. Come back tomorrow because Bradley and I will answer your questions tomorrow as well. And Bradley's a really sharp guy. I learned a lot from him. Great talking to you. We will see you again next week.
Hey, Mitch, good to hear from you.
It's a perfect ending. I am grateful. Grateful to get away.
Good day.
I'll be back.